Hey friends, welcome to my page DOA Cross with Dar. Happy Tuesday. Yes, I'm very late, but sometimes you just gotta sleep. It was so hard going to sleep last night. I think when you go through trauma with anything, that nights are the worst because your mind just keeps going. So once I finally got to sleep, I was out. I mean, out like light. I don't know. I either had a crazy dream or I just don't know because I did not wake up to my alarms, and I woke up with my CPAP machine. The cord, the electrical cord was wrapped around me. It was unplugged from the machine. The mouse part was wrapped around me, unplugged from the machine. So I don't know. I must have had one doozy of a dream. I don't know, or nightmare. So, anyways, guys, yesterday was such a hard, long day. Just emotional, going through everything. My husband couldn't even go to work, so I did have to work. But working from home is a little different. When you have something like that happen, you can cry any time that you want to. For him, he needed to just have a day to rest and think of everything. And I know it's gonna be hard. It's hard because Stubby sat on the couch with him every single night, and for me, I don't sit and watch TV, so I don't have that same connection that he has with the dogs at night. That's his time. My time is during the day with them. They come back into my shop, and I pet them. I take them out, and I hold them. We have different relationships with our animals. And then they always go to bed with him, except for Darcy. And then later on, they come in with me. It's just a whole different thing. So he had a really hard time yesterday. And me, I just couldn't go to sleep. Once I went to bed last night, I couldn't sleep. My mind went turn off. And then once it turned off, it's off. I didn't hear my alarms. It shows that they went off. Nothing, maybe I turned them off. I don't know. I'm sure that we do that. But hey, we're going to do a project because I still have time. I have plenty of time. I got all my other work done last night. I stayed up late working on all of my paperwork that I needed to catch up and just having some quiet time. But we are going to do our Snoopy Sled. Go ahead and say hello. And I will get this shared over to the channel. And we are going to see a sneak peek this afternoon of the Debbie collection. So once I see that, I will let you know. There will be approximately 10 transfers. That's what I was told by Angie and Brandy. So let me get myself in the corner. We'll get this show on the road. Hopefully, it looks like my thing is frozen. No, it's not. I had to redo all of my cameras too. So hopefully today we don't have issues. I don't know what the deal is. It's just life. It is just life, how things just kind of mess up sometimes. Whew. So, all right. Well, and I know a lot of you guys are taking advantage of the sale. Good for you. I would too. I have lots of orders to process. Tara was not in yesterday. She needed to attend to something personal at the house. And same thing today. So I will be doing all of that. Let me share this over to the groups. Go ahead and say hello. Thank you for all the messages yesterday, guys. It means a lot to me. Yeah, it's hard going through losing a pet, honestly. And Stubby was just such a unique dog. He just was one of a kind. He was one of our puppies. He was Lacey's puppy. So, and all the surgeries that he went through, gosh, guys, he went through several. Yeah, it's been a long he had a long, good life. All right, let's see. Sharing this over to the channel. And looks like somebody's here. Probably Amazon. That's how it goes around here. My dogs always let me know when someone's here. Okay. All right. I got that open. Okay. All right. Let me see here. Hi, Bridget. How are you? Good morning, Laura. Hi, Vicky. Hi, Sherry. Good morning, Barb. Hi, Cheryl. Hi, Carrie. Hi, Lori. Good morning, Betty. I know, Cheryl. I'm so excited to see all of her stuff. Yeah, it's going to be nice. If I had my own collection of transfers, what theme or designs would I go with, Laura? Oh, that's a nice question. I have to get to 5 million to do that, but that's quite a few years off. I think mine would be country style. I think you'd be seeing a lot of cows, pigs, and chickens, and barns. I think and gospel verses. I think that's what I would have. That's totally me. So, yep. I mean, everybody has kind of a style, and that is what I love, and my customers love over here at my craft shows. So, hey, Lynn, thank you. Hi, Bridget. Thanks for sprinkling. Hi, Tracy. Good morning. I didn't get any messages answered yesterday. I just like head down trying to get my work done. Sorry, Tracy. I owe you a response back. And I'll send you my extra frame so you can, and my transfer so you can try that. Hey, Pam, how are you? Good morning. Hi, Deborah. Okay, let's get this show on the road. So we're going to paint this. I have my little sample right here. It looks super easy. It does. Oh, maybe we should do this slate gray. I'm thinking it looks like, oh, you know what? Hardly any of it shows up. Actually, it looks white. But let's do slate gray because, that part is usually metal. Do I have slate gray here somewhere? There we are. Hey, I stopped at Hobby Lobby yesterday. I did have to go run an errand. Had to go pay for the mailing for the craft show. And I stopped at Hobby Lobby, got some more paint. Okay, we're gonna paint these separately. Let's do like we did yesterday. Let's just paint one of these guys, and we gotta paint the background. So, yeah, if I had, I have silver in the other room. I will use, do I have silver up here? Maybe. But the outline is, yeah, I do have silver. The outline is pretty much black on it. So it's going to, like, just a little bit's going to peek through. Okay. So if you can see, there's just a little bit of the color. So yeah, I think I should do silver. All right, we're going to do this. We're going to do this. So we have a standard and we have one for the sign. We're going to do our background on our sign, kind of like we did yesterday. Should I get a board? No, I'll just do it. We'll just kind of do a snowy background. And yeah. Hi, Carol. How are you? I know, this is going to be so cute. Okay, let's do this. Let's do that part first, and then we'll tackle all of this. Okay. All right, so I'm just going to throw some blues onto here, and I'm going to grab some brushes. That might help, right? And a palette dish. I had to reset all my cameras because I don't know what happened yesterday, but I'm just a little bit off today. Just throwing a little bit off. Started a little late, 2 hours late. It's okay. I do have to get done at some point because I do need to do a few things for my job, but I did hours and hours and hours of work yesterday. So if I don't start right at the right time, it will be fine. I'm all caught up. Okay, so I used milk chocolate for that. We might have to put a second coat. And let's put some blue, and I'm going to try not to get down in the grooves, but I'm not going to promise. I am not going to promise. Okay, I'm going to throw some light blue or some dark blue in there once I start getting this on. And then I'm going to put some white snow at the bottom. So how are you guys? Happy Tuesday. So if you just hopped on, there will be another release. Yeah, already. Tomorrow. So the Debbie's release will be tomorrow. If you don't know who Debbie is, she's like our top dog on sales. She hit $5 million in sales. Yeah, that's incredible. So Brandy and Angie said that they have some type of spreadsheet set up that will estimate when, according to the trajectory of when the next person will hit their million and blah, blah, blah. You know, like when I hit my million, then they had everything plugged in. And when would I hit my second million? It will be 5 years. So approximately 5 years for everybody to hit their next million, because that's, you know, just that's how long it's taking. It took me 7 for the first one, and they estimate to get my second million that it'll take 5 more years. So, and they said with most of the people that have hit their million, that's what they're looking at too. Okay, I'm just going to put some dark at the top, and then I'm going to get my shimmer frost and put snow at the bottom. I know this is just kind of weird. You could use your chippy brush. I am just trying to use these brushes, and most of these need replaced. My brushes are icky. Okay, that's all the further I'm going to go down on that. Just kind of trying to get a sky in there, and then I'll get some snow at the bottom. Let's put some snow at the bottom. Do I have cutouts for the Peanuts Christmas ones? Yes, I have all of the cutouts for those. They are on the website. I haven't done samples of everything, but I do have all the cutouts. I don't have them in a collection this time. It was too hard because there were so many different sizes. I didn't do like just one collection of them. And last time it was a little confusing for some people when they were trying to, they wanted to order one of everything. And the collection had some things in it, and then they had to order other things singly. So let me give you that section. But everything is 30% off on orders of $40 or more. So that's a good thing. Okay, let me share that collection with you. I'll give you the link. So when you have $40 in your cart, that's when you'll see it. You'll see the discount, 30% off. So that's how it works. I don't think when you look at it and you're scrolling through, you're not going to see the discount when you're scrolling through. You have to hit that $40 in your cart. Okay, I'm looking for my shimmer frost. I am hoping that I have some shimmer frost in here. I know I have some out on my table, but please let there be some in here. I don't know if there is. Guys, I've used up so much of my chalk paste lately. I go through a lot. Isn't it crazy how much I go through? I am not seeing any. I am not seeing any shimmer frost in my drawer. And you know what? It's currently out of stock. I went to order more last night because I was like, oh, I probably should get some more. Well, I have bright white. Bright white is out of stock too. Oh, here's shimmer frost. Okay, got it. Got it. Okay, let's put some snow at the bottom. Yeah. So once you have $40 in your cart, you can go to your cart and you'll see the discount. I know some people have said, I don't see a discount. Yeah, you actually have to add it to your cart to see it. Okay, let me grab one more brush and we will pounce some of this on here. This is our Shimmer Frost chalk paste. And I like using this rather than, some people will use glitter. I get itchy when I'm around glitter. Anybody else? So I'm just going to pounce some snow on here, and then we're going to do our little sled. So just some here. I don't want to do it too far up. I want to kind of do it like it's a little hill that they're on in the background. And I do want it to be kind of texture, guys. I love the texture. Okay. If any of you guys need any of the transfers too, if you want to place your cutout order and then you realize that, oh, I don't have this particular Snoopy transfer, just let me know. I can add it to it, but we can't advertise the transfers on the website, but I can add it like as an additional item. So just let me know. I'm going to just set that up there. We're going to just let that dry on its own. We're going to get started painting our little cutie pies here. So instead of putting them onto a sheet, I'm just going to have them painting them right here. So let's start with the hardest part first. Let's do all the white. There's a ton of white. I have a brand new white out here. Oh, I hope you guys had a good day yesterday. You know, it was a challenge for us. I'm not going to lie. It's hard. It's hard when you go through loss. You know, it was really hard for my husband. He just loved Stubby so much. He was such a good little boy, you know. But here was the difference between my first set of dogs that we had, with George and Stubby and Lacey and Molly and Bailey. All of them would, because I was looking back at pictures, and all of them would lay in the same dog bed together. Okay, so they have a great big dog bed and they would lay together. My current dogs, they don't lay down together. I don't know what the difference is. Have you guys ever had that where, you have some dogs that will just snuggle in one big lump. It's like here's a lump of 5 dogs, and our dogs now, they all have a separate place on the couch. They do not snuggle together. It's kind of a weird thing. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, but it's just different. They just have different relationships. I am not sure what the deal is, but maybe just, especially the rescues, maybe because they are older. Maybe. I don't know. What do you guys think? I just find that they all have their own separate personalities. They all want their own place on the couch, and they don't just go into the dog bed and all lump together. So he was the best. He was just so sweet, such a sweet little boy. He definitely was moody to the other dogs. Okay, so I think that he never accepted the other dogs. When the first 4 dogs, when the other 4 dogs passed away, they passed away within an 18-month period of time. We lost 4 dogs, and then Stubby was the only one. We thought he was getting depressed. And that's why we got Chloe. But he never wanted to play with Chloe because he was older. I'm painting this white because when I chalk it, that line will be black. Okay, so that's all the white stuff. So I can set that one aside. And then we're just going to keep going. We're just going to keep going. This is going to be so cute. I kind of wish it was smaller for ornaments, but because, I'm going to make more standers for my craft show, but I don't know if I'll make more signs. I think the signs are really cute, but I think that people will gravitate more to, or will like the stander more than just the sign. So when I choose what I'm going to do, like with the Charlie Brown with the Christmas tree, I did 18 ornaments. I did it. Plus I had the one that I made with you guys yesterday. So I have 19 Charlie Brown ornaments to take to the craft show. I have I have a total of 7 standers and 4 signs with the Charlie Brown with the Christmas tree. So I kind of had to figure, the breakdown. What will people want? So I do have to do a couple of layers of the white. So that's why I decided to start with the white first. Your dogs don't snuggle. Lucy the puppy wants to snuggle so bad with the other 2 dogs, and as soon as she lays down, they get up and leave her. Oh gosh, Laura. Yeah, I don't know why that is. So one's a shelf sitter and the other's going on the board. Yes. So this is too big for ornaments. Sometimes I make my ornaments pretty big, but this was way too big. This is a size B transfer. Once you get up to that size, it's a little big to go on your Christmas tree. So it will be a stander and a sign. So I won't make any more signs, I don't think, for my craft show. I think what I'll do is I'll probably make 5 more standers. So I have a total of 6 of these guys that are standers. You should have seen me last night. Okay, so I did get all of my Charlie Brown Christmas trees chalked. So I had two transfers, 2 of the size A transfers. Let's dry this. I just want to get the white part done first. I had 2 of the size A Charlie Brown Christmas tree transfers, and I was able to set it down and chalk 3 without washing it. So I chalked 3 items and then I rotate. So I had the 2 transfers going, chalk 3 things each, and then go wash. Chuck 3 things each, and then go wash. Chuck 3 things each, and then go wash. It took me several times because I had 18 ornaments. I had 6 more of the standers and 3 of the signs. So that was a lot. That was a lot. But yeah, I just kept washing it and washing and chalking, so I could get them all done. But they look so cute on my desk. I had to walk through my office to go grab this. I had this project ready, even though I didn't know what time I would end up waking up this morning. If you're just joining me, I did get up late. I was worn out last night when I went to sleep, but my mind wouldn't shut off. Do you ever do that? You go to bed and you're like, I'm exhausted, but my brain won't stop thinking. And once I went to sleep that I probably wouldn't wake up for anything. Somebody would probably have to shake me. And like I said about why are they barking? Somebody must be out there delivering. I must have an Amazon delivery person. Once I went to sleep, I was totally just out of it. I knew that my body needed to sleep, and I just decided, I'm just gonna let myself sleep. And I must have been dreaming. I have no idea what the whole thing was with my CPAP machine. Guys, I don't understand. I mean, the electrical cord was wrapped around my body. I woke up and I'm like, what the heck? Why is that? So I had pulled the black cord out of the machine and it was still plugged in. It was wrapped around my body. Good thing the dogs didn't come and chew on it, because Rai is famous for chewing on cords and anything she can get her teeth on. So she wasn't in the room though. The other dogs were. I woke up and Sophie and Darcy were in bed with me. The other dogs were out in the other room. So you need to come up. You need to come up with a peanut scene to make for your brother as he loved Charlie. Oh yes. So this would be cute to have, if you had a longer board, have this and then have Charlie Brown there. Although he wouldn't be in proportion. You'd have to use the very first Charlie Brown, because you could do that. You could use a larger board and do this. And remember the very first Charlie Brown that we had? I think I'll do that. I think I'll make like a winter scene with that. And you could make your own tree. You don't have to, the tree part is easy. But here's the thing that we have to be careful of. We can't just create our own Peanuts things. We have to use the transfers. We don't want to be in violation of any copyrights. So anyone that just creates something that's Charlie Brown and isn't using the stencils, they need to be very cautious. So that was what I was told. I was told that specifically. We had lots of conversations this last weekend. I said I was concerned about going to craft shows and having someone approach me and say, you can't make those. It's like, yes, I can. I have the stencils. I have that has the copyright on it and allows us to use it. But I couldn't just draw my own Snoopy and sell it. That's illegal. That's a no. So we have to use the stencils that are supplied through Chocator and make things from those. But as far as a tree is not copyrighted. Things like that. So we can make other things any size. We can. So, okay, I think that this is going to be enough. We'll go ahead and let's paint the next color. I'm going to grab a Clorox wipe. You're also on the CPAP and they tend, yeah, it's so weird. I'm new to the whole CPAP thing this year, and I evidently don't know during the night what to do. Because I was sleeping so soundly, I guess. I don't know. Just a funny one. Okay, let me see. Did I miss anything? Okay, I didn't miss anything. Perfect. Yeah, CPAP machines are good for you when you're going through all that. Okay, let's do Woodstock. Let's get Woodstock done. I am using Sunny Day. That's a good bright yellow. My Sunny Day is kind of lumpy. It still works, but it's kind of lumpy bumpy. Kind of. All right, so when you're painting things, like for me, I assembly line paint. So if I would have a whole bunch of these just sitting out and paint all the yellow, all the white, all the red. Assembly line painting is the way to go if you are painting lots of similar things. Just go from one color to the next. That's what we used to do with the ornament. So we'd paint all the background, then we paint all the details one by one. We just take each ornament that we had on a little tray and paint each color. Okay, getting all the yellow. Yeah, so as soon as I see Debbie's stuff this afternoon, I will post it and show you guys. I'm so excited. There is one transfer that they showed us that's on a wreath, and it's super cute, has little trees. And then there's another one that had a dove. So I think they've shown us two of them. Did you guys see two different ones? There's one that has little Christmas trees, and then there's one design that has a dove in the center. And she did, on our little legend chat group this morning, she did say that there are holiday things and also Bible verse things, I think. So that's just a little sneak peek that we get to see, or we get to know, is that's part of this release. I'm sure that each of her releases will be a little different. I don't know how many she'll have. Probably like Tiffany Thiessen, probably 4 a year. I think is probably what I would estimate that Debbie would have, would be 4. That's just my guess. So, okay. I want to get Woodstock dry so I can do the next coat. I have like a little oopsie right there. Had some between there. You love Snoopy. You just bought a Snoopy keychain. Yes, they're everywhere. You can, everywhere you go, you see Snoopy and Charlie Brown and all. It's their. I don't remember which year it is. Is it like their 75th year celebration? Something like that. It's like a huge year celebration for them. So you're going to see it everywhere. And the fact that we got licensed just in time to do this and be able to have all these great transfers, they're just so fun. They were so smart. That was the perfect choice. I mean, Peanuts was the perfect choice for us to do. I'm glad it was us and not another stencil company, because I would be a little jealous. I might have to buy it from them. I do see some of the other people from other companies coming over and buying a few, which I think that's great. Support and buy the things that you need for your business. It doesn't matter what brand they are, right? What color they are. Brenda, let's see. Okay, is the tree on the round that posted the page inform me of it? Maybe. Is it one that Brenda did? I'm not sure. I'm not sure who the designer is. They did give all of the samples to someone to do designs just like I did for Snoopy, and we'll be seeing those. We'll be seeing those soon. I think we see those tomorrow, not today. I think we see the designer ones tomorrow, that whoever created. But we'll get to see all the transfers today. And Debbie created all her own samples, and then there will be a designer that created samples. So there'll be 2 things. I think I need to dry some of this. This is still really wet, that shimmer chalk paste. Let's just kind of throw some heat on there to get that drying. Even up at the top is still wet, surprisingly. So let's just and there's a hair in it. Of course there is. Darlene. I want people to recreate me. There's a hair right there. Let's get that out of there. Okay. All right. So if you're just hopping on, I'm running late. It's just a little hard. And if you didn't know about Stubby passing away, well, we had to have him euthanized. He was struggling to breathe. If you don't know about that, my life is just a mess right now. but guys, we always make it through these things, when Brandy and Angie, we were talking about so many things, and And Brandy's a really good question asker. So she's really good at, um, she would be a good interrogator just because she'll ask you a question that leads to you telling her, parts of your life that you never really had thought about for a long time. And, um, I mean, things that they said, I won't repeat because that's not right. But anything that happens in Sedona stays in Sedona. But I'm an open book as far as everything that my life is about. It's fair game. I talked to you guys about it. We talked a lot about um me being adopted, and how many siblings I have, and just everything. I mean, we just talked about so many different things. But Brandy's really good at asking questions that get you to just like you're like, I really didn't mean to go on for 20 minutes about my life. She's a good conversation starter. I love that about her. Never a dull moment when you're with him. But we talked, and they both agreed that I have been through some things in my life. I've been through a lot. So hi April, how are you? Am I gonna sell these? Oh, I do sell these at my craft show. Yep, these will be at my craft show. The sign will be $20, and then the stander will probably be $12.95. So yes, I'll be taking these to my craft show that I set up for next Sunday. And I'm going to have a whole separate peanuts section. So at the end of the season, when all my craft shows are over, like the second week of December, I usually post anything that I have left. If I have stuff left. I did have stuff left, yeah, last year. I think I had five small boxes of product left. I posted and just posted it at 50% off for you guys. And a lot of people bought. So even though you can make it all yourself, sometimes it's fun to just have other people make it for you. I know for me it is. Okay, so the red I'm using is Tuscan Red. I did pick up more at Hobby Lobby yesterday. I did look around. I was like, oh, I love gingerbread stuff. So, and their Christmas stuff is already on sale, 50% off, guys. They have the bins in the aisleway that you have to walk around. I'm looking through the bins going, ooh, let's see what's in. I just move things and open up their bins. What's in this one? What's in that one? 50% off already. And they don't even have it on the shelf. It's crazy. I made these myself. So I sell the blanks. Let me give you the link for that. They're in my shop. I'll give you the link that is for all the peanuts section. And they're 30% off when you buy $40 or more right now. We have all the peanuts thing. We're going to use a stencil on this. So here's this. I also sell the stencils on my Chocolate Couture website. So this is the stencil we're going to use once we get it all done. So, hey April, how are you? Did I say hi already? So we're getting all the background part painted first. Now, you don't have to do this. You can just use that stencil and put the design directly onto something and then paint it. So if you wanted to paint it just onto a surface, you could chalk it in a light color and then paint it, and then wash your stencil after you have painted painted all your stuff. Wash your stencil and then go back and line it back up and chalk it in black. So that's what we're going to do. This is all going to be chalked in black. So you paint on all the details, and it's going to look similar to this, like they did on a sweatshirt. So they usually would chalk it in like a lighter color, like maybe vanilla, so you can kind of see it, and then paint all the color in, and then chalk it with black. So that's how it works with these stencils. So this type of stencil is more like an outline one. We have other stencils where you actually chalk all the colors on, or there's layers. We are going to be getting some more layered transfers soon. That was something that somebody had asked about. Why are all the transfers lately outlines and we have to paint them all in? Well, with this peanuts collection, That's just how it worked in converting. When they convert the stuff that they want to make into stencils, the cartoons, they convert easily, but they're lines. So if you look at a cartoon, they are lines with color filled in. So it was very easy for them to select things and to get the designs for the Peanuts collection made, because the comics, when they pull the artwork that they're allowed to use, the comics are very easy compared to, hey, let's do a butterfly and you have to create it all on your own, and you're deciding which part are we going to chalk and which part's going to be an outline. So this, they said, was very, very easy for them compared to a lot of design work. Like some of the other licenses that they're working on, which you guys are going to be so excited about, which I'm sworn to secrecy. Some of them are not so easy. Okay, let's do a second thing. You just received yours yesterday and was surprised how big it is. Yeah, it is big. So it is larger. So this one, you would not be able to do an ornament. An ornament would be too big. I mean, maybe you could put like one in a tree, but I don't think you would want to do a bunch of these in a Christmas tree. I think it's too big. I might paint one and just put it in a tree and just see how people, if they like it or not. Because sometimes people put big ornaments in their trees, right? Sometimes. I did do the word peanuts and put holes in it so that you could put it on the tree, because I think that's just going to be so much fun. It's just exciting that we can actually do this and we can sell the stuff. So someone had asked me the other day, when you make your creations with the stencils, are you allowed to sell it? Yes. And Peanuts is actually really excited about all of the craft stuff. They are watching. So they are seeing the stuff that we create. We have to be careful. I can't just create all my own Peanut stuff. That's not allowed. Like I couldn't just cut out a Snoopy and sew it onto something. I would have to use the stencil to do that. Okay. So you're not allowed to just do your own creations. I have seen some things where people have made some creations and given it away or sold it. You're not allowed to do your own thing. You have to strictly go with what the stencils are. Okay. As a Chocator designer, I have to adhere to that, because if I don't, it risks our license with the Snoopy brand. So if I'm reckless as a designer and I'm creating all my own things instead of using the transfer, I can use parts of the transfer and make something different. Like I could make them sitting down doing something else. They wouldn't have to be on a sled. It could just be sitting down. I could make it into something else. But I can't take modeling clay and make a Snoopy and sell it. I can't create a 3D image and sell it or give it away. It's not allowed. They're watching us. We can get in trouble. So I'm towing the line, because I don't want Chocator to lose their license with Peanuts. So anyways, there you go. I was told that this weekend to just be cautious, just be careful, follow these rules. So anyways, that's what it is. When you're licensed, you're allowed to do XYZ. Not A, B, C, D, E, F, J. Anyways, hope you understand that. Sometimes I just like to go into detail on things like that. We have a lot of designers on here. Okay, let's dry all this. So that was Tuscan Red. I'm going to use a wipe, and I'm going to wipe it. Hey, Sandy, how are you? Hope you guys are all doing good. I know I'm on later than normal, but I needed to create. I got all my work done yesterday. It's creation time. It is creation time. So sometimes the girls just got to create. So if you love this, find something, an emoji that is Christmas themed, whether it's snowflakes or a Christmas tree, something that is holiday. There's even a Santa in there somewhere. If you search your emojis, there's a Santa. Give me some type of a Christmas emoji to be in on the Happy Mail for this week, which just might be Peanuts themed. It just might be. Probably is. Probably is. Probably is. Okay, let's do the next stripes. So our next stripes, we're going to use Aqua Sky. So we're using, it's kind of a teal. Kind of a teal. Let's do this. So now gets the harder part. I'm going to go down in size in the brush. I'm going even smaller to a smaller brush. Okay. So, but you know what? This brush has kind of seen better days. Let me see if I have one that is not as ragged. That one's a little ragged. Okay, here's one that's better. So teeny, teeny, tiny brush. And it's easy with these little angle brushes. It's easy to just get right in here. All of this is scored, so you know exactly where to paint. Okay, so I do score everything so that you know exactly where to paint. And it just makes life easier. But like I said, you can use your stencil and you can chalk it in vanilla on something and then go back and paint each section and then wash your transfer and chalk it in black. So you don't have to have the cutouts. I need them for my craft show. This is what my customers love, the dimension. They love that they can feel it. they touch it and they feel the creations. It's so funny. People are funny. People are just funny, aren't they? I did my floor plan for my craft show. I was a little worried because there are 2 other events going on, and I was like, well, we have less people. But guess what? In the end, I had brought in some new people. They've done the. I had brought in some people that hadn't done the show last time, and guess what? My floor plan is full, and I'm so happy. And I don't need to find. I was thinking, do I need to find some more crafters? No, I am going to be just fine. It's always nice and reassuring once you do your floor plan and you go, you know what? We're full. We don't need any more people. We probably can't handle any more people. There's no more room for another booth. Yeah. So you ordered the Peanuts cutouts. Oh, Sandy, thank you. I love them. They're so much fun. I mean, I'm lucky because I can just cut my own. And I will be doing more of these for my booth. I do have a separate Peanuts section. And I did have the ability to give myself 2 extra feet because of the way that our layout is. And that 2 feet is actually, it actually adds up. It's kind of funny. You think that 2 feet, but 2 feet, like, you can put a lot. You can put a lot in 2 feet in a booth. So I was able to slide down everyone else 2 feet because we're actually missing a couple of people along the wall that my booth is at. We are missing a few crafters, so I just slid everybody down that is there 2 feet. So cute, guys. I cannot wait to do the stencil on this. I'm just so excited. And I'm touching this, it's not all the way dry. So when I dry this, I'll dry that too. You placed an order this morning too. Oh, nice. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's just going to be just the cutest little collection of all of these things. I was so excited when I was able to do samples for corporate for the launch day. And the 5 that I used, oh my goodness. And then we are getting the font in October. So there is a Snoopy, a Peanuts font that's coming out. Peanuts font, not Snoopy. There is a Peanuts font that's coming out. Now, it was supposed to come out with the last collection, but there was an oopsie. So it will just be released at some point. If they're doing another release or they're doing a restock, they will release the fonts. So you'll be able to do all your own words that you want to do. Because some people have asked for that. Like they want to put on a sweatshirt. They want to be able to do all their own words on a sign, whatever they want to do. It's coming. The story on that was that everything was done. It went through proofing. It got approved by Peanuts. And guess what? They left out the number 5. The number 5 was missing. The number 5. And how do you do that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. It just happens. So it went through the Chocator proofing. It went through Peanuts and was approved. And no one noticed that on the sheet, I think it's a size C even. On the sheet, the number 5 was missing. And guess who noticed it? Guess who? Not me. Um, guess who noticed that? Lynn, I'll answer your question in just a minute. I don't have an answer for it though. But so guess who noticed that it was missing? Not anyone not Brandy, not Angie. So the shipment came in of all of the transfers, and they go to QA. They go to quality assurance. And that person, after all of the transfers were created, all these thousands of size C Peanuts font transfers were created and were ready for the launch. They went through quality assurance and they noticed there. So of course then they're like, oh my gosh, they're beating themselves up. How did this fall through the cracks? Okay, let's put a second coat on here. We're almost there, guys. But it's good for me to just talk. I love just chatting with y'all. But Brandy said when we were on our trip, Brandy said, maybe I shouldn't have told everybody. I said, no, it shows people that you're human. You're human and we all make mistakes. And sometimes you see what your brain wants you to see. Like when they were going through it, they're like, yeah, it all looks good. Approved. All looks good. It went through multiple people through the approval process. And they show it to a committee that approves everything, the Chocator people that go, yeah, let's order X amount of the A's and B's and C's and so forth. Nobody noticed it. But I'm just like 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. It just happened. So that's coming. That is coming. And we'll have that. And it's just life. They've had a couple of things. We were kind of going through them. There's a couple of things that has been misspelled over the years that had to be pulled. One of them was something that had the different grades on it. Sophomore was spelled incorrectly. So that's a tough word to spell. And then there was, when I was on the very first incentive trip that I got to go on, it was a cruise like 6 years ago. There was the French patisserie or something like that. There was a club transfer that went out that the words on it didn't make sense. It did not, when you translated it, it was incorrect. So that was kind of a funny time too. I know that in every business there's an error ratio. So their error ratio is pretty low, but there's always going to be mistakes. So, okay, Lynn, just wondering about shipping to Canada. Would like to order, but Canada Post is on strike. Yes. So here's what we'll do, Lynn, is right now, I don't think I can ship to you through Canada Post. Does that include UPS or FedEx? We have a hard time with UPS or FedEx because they actually do open up a lot of the packages, and that's the one that got sent back that time. So Lynn, what I would do with anyone that was in Canada that wanted to order, the sale price will be good for you when the strike is over. Just let me know. I can see it on my Etsy shop, but when the strike is over, let me know that you want to order, and I will honor the 30% off for you. So, because I feel it's not fair, you can't order right now because it won't get to you. It'll just get held somewhere. In fact, a lot of them aren't even taking. I think that I can't even send it right now because it would just be somewhere in a holding warehouse, and they don't want to do that. They just won't even. I don't even think my postman would pick it up. But yeah, just let me know when you're ready, when the strike is over, and we will try it, and we'll do the 30% off then. So you guys are all my witnesses. We try to be fair with everyone, and that's the second one in the last couple of years, the second strike that we've seen with Canada. Kind of crazy, kind of cray. So, hey, Karen Ross, how are you? Yes, the French was wrong, Lori. I know. Hey, Toby, how are you? So you can order the. Let me give you the link for the cutouts, and then I'll give you the link if you need the stencils. Let me know. I'm going to give you the link for the website for the cutouts, and then you'll want the stencil probably. So you just send me a message. We can't add the stencil to the. Oh, I need to dry this. This one isn't. Maybe it is. Maybe it's dry enough. Okay, so anyways, you'll want the stencil because once you see all the details, you're not going to want to put the details on with a marker on this one. You could, but I'm just so excited to see how it looks once I use the stencil, because I'm going to use this stencil with it. So the stencil is on my Chocateur website. You're welcome. I can give you the Chocateur website also, so you can go to that and you can check everything out. Let me see. Oops. There. Okay. In the new section. So there's that. If you are going to buy a lot of stencils, you will want to become a Perks member, which is $20 per month, and then they give you $20 in product credit back. So it just makes sense to do that. Just make sure you're using that $20 in product credit, and if there's a point where you're not going to, then just cancel it. You just got to remember those things. I hate it when I go, oh man, I have my husband signed up as a Perks member, and because I wanted to see through an account, I can't sign myself up. So I wanted to kind of see, what does it look like for a Perks member? And I let some of his expire. I'm like, dang it. Don't do that. Make sure that you're using those design dollars. They give you $20 a month in design dollars to use. You have to apply it. It doesn't automatically apply when you're checking out in the cart on the Chocateur website, not my own website. On the Chocateur website, it will be in the payment section. And so instead of putting your credit card, then you apply the design dollars, and then your credit card pays for shipping or the extra. Okay, we have that. So we're getting there. Okay, so there's this little bit, I didn't do score marks there, but but it's easy to see. I can just do straight across with silver. So we're gonna use silver, and then we'll do brown. We are almost there. And silver is always runny. I don't know, is yours runny also? Or is it just mine? Because it's runny. Okay, we'll do the silver, and then we'll dry. We usually have to do 2 coats. It's kind of see-through sometimes. So we'll dry in between, and then we'll do our brown, and then we'll chalk everything. So that's chalking's our last thing to do, and then we'll assemble. We'll put this onto, one's on a stander, and one is, we'll need to glue that stander together here in a second. And one is on a sign. Okay, let's dry really quick. These are so fun, guys. I love it. I love these projects. Okay, I said I needed to dry that a little bit too. Let me move that stencil so it doesn't get hot. When I first started doing Chocateur, boy oh boy, I thought I could dry my stencil so I could use it again really quick. It melted it into a blob. What's going on with the holiday collection of Thyssen? Oh, I don't know. I'm not sure. Is it still there? Third actually seems to be around this time. Frustrating. But in the Workers' Defense, Canada Post is being, okay. Yes. Oh, it's the, okay. It's the third actually. Okay. I just remember, I remember two of them, but yeah, you definitely would know if there was more than that because you're living that. I agree with, I agree with people to be able to strike if they need to, if they're being treated unfairly and they can't negotiate with their union or with their whoever's in control, sometimes your only option is to strike. So I totally get it, even if it affects like everybody around you. Sometimes that's the only option, is to do that. And if it gets the job done, then yay, we're happy. I hope it gets the job done for them. I hope that they accomplish something through their strike, because everybody deserves fair pay and to be treated fairly, because sometimes it's not about the pay, it's about this is happening and that's happening. Okay, let's glue the stand together. So this one has a little notch. You can see this one's going to go on the stand. We're going to glue this together, but I am going to ink the edges first. So, Melissa, are you seeing something odd with the Thyssen, with the Thyssen collection? Is it, what are you seeing that's different? Is it not in there, or is it on sale? It might be on sale. Maybe they have it on sale. Maybe they're moving things around because of Debbie's is coming up. That could be. They could be moving, shuffling things on the website. It's possible. In anticipation of Debbie's release tomorrow, maybe they're shuffling things. Okay, always look in the center and see if it looks offset in the center, then you need to flip that whole thing around, because that center part might not be exactly even, because it might be something, oops, it just might not be centered. You know, sometimes it's not centered. This is not quite dry. We want it to be dry so that we can do the brown part, and then we're going to chalk the details. So, good morning, Marilyn. How are you? Thanks for joining me, guys. If you want to put a holiday emoji in there you can even put a fall one if you want. There are leaves. If you want to put a Christmas tree or a Santa or anything like that, an emoji in there, get in on my happy mail for the week. You can do that. Okay, I need to get another dish. Let me just grab this. This will work. I need brown. Brown is next. So milk chocolate. So my colors, guys, I guess I didn't need green. I have green out here from yesterday. So I used Tuscan Red, Aqua Sky, Sunny Day. For the blue up here, I used Denim Blue, which is a different brand. And then Blue Heaven. These two are older. They're a ceramic coat. And then silver. And now I am using, for the brown, milk chocolate. And we use white, of course. But we're going to do the sled part is all brown. You can do a red flyer if you want to do a red. Are they all red? I can't remember. No, the red flyer is the wagon. Are there red sleds? I feel like my sled when I was a kid was red. Or painted. It was wood, but it was painted red. Do you guys remember the sleds when you were a child? I really believe mine was painted red. And then it had silver, of course. See, this part, should this part, no, because there is wooden. You know what? There are wooden pieces on sleds. Ours is going to be wood. I just put metal there because sometimes there's metal hardware. Ours is like this. We're doing wood. And we have metal in between. You can do yours however you want. If you want to do it red would be cute. Red would be really cute. But I'm kind of going for this look that I have right here. Wood with some metal hardware. Okay, one more. Red, metal, and wood. Yes. Red with silver runners. Yes, you can totally do that. You can totally do that. Maybe I'll do another one when I do more of my stand-up ones for my craft show. I will do some like that because that would be fun. It'd be fun to have some that look different. Totally different. Yeah. What time is it? It is late. It's okay. You know what? I got all my work done. I usually log in right about 9 o'clock ish. This sometimes earlier, sometimes 8 o'clock ish. But I stayed up late to get all of my work onto my boss's desk so that he had it this morning. You know what? It's funny because on my email stuff, there is a way to schedule it. So I'm not sending it to him during the night. I'm not sending it to him and waking him up. You can schedule the emails. It was kind of, I don't know if that's a new thing, but I love that. I'm like, yes, let's schedule this so that I'm always afraid when I'm sending stuff and it's 1 o'clock in the morning here. Is it going ding, ding, ding on his phone? So you can actually schedule them. I scheduled them so it would get there right when he gets to work. He'd get all of the paperwork that I needed to have on his desk. So if you're wondering, I do work full time. I am a bookkeeper for a construction company in New Mexico. I live in San Diego County. My city is Lakeside. I live in San Diego County. So I'm kind of gonna leave it. I think I'm gonna leave it like that. I kind of like the brown to be so you can kind of see through it. I think we're done. We are gonna dry, and then we are ready to chalk these. And I'm probably gonna try to use it instead of washing the transfer in between. I'm probably gonna just use it twice in a row. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I mean, if it looks like I can't line it up easily, then I will wash it because washing is easy with a wipe. I don't have any water, but but washing with a Clorox wipe is easy. Okay, I did something to my fingernail. It's like, you ever have like a snag on your fingernail? That's exactly what's going on. I have like a sharp area. Okay, are you so excited to see these? I'm so excited to see what it looks like. Okay, everything is dry. It's a little hot. Is that dry? Let's dry this some more up here. The snow on this. We're gonna put one on a sign and one on a sander. Let's just get it dried all the way through. Okay, I think it's dry, and that is good. Okay, let's open our chalk paste. We have to use chalk paste with this. It's a special formula that works with our stencils. Okay, let's do the sign one first. Did I get something on there? It's supposed to be white there. Oh, it's all right. It's okay. I think all the lines are gonna cover up. Okay, let's get one ready, and then we'll open up our chalk paste. So I'm gonna use black. So basically, it's gonna put all the lines on it. I'm gonna put this underneath of it so that my stencil does not stick to this. Your sled, when you was little, had a wood deck that was clear varnish, and runners were red. Oh, that's cool. I have a sled up at my cabin. I need to look at it next time I'm up there. I have a wooden sled. Okay, all of this is going to be chalked in black. Okay, I'm going to line it up. I may have to wash it. I don't know if I'm going to be able to line up the second one. I don't know. I don't want to mess it up. I don't want to do all that work and mess it up, you know? You go to all that hard work. I like to show you guys how to clean it too. So, all right. So all this will be chalked in black. So even the areas like I just did all this in the wood part, all the outline is going to be in black. So I might have done some that I didn't need to do. That's okay. I still paint it. I like there to be paint on it before I use my chalk paste on it. Okay, gonna grab a squeegee. If you can butter toast, you can do this. Okay, you're gonna take some chalk paste and you're gonna plop it on there. I think that I can do the whole thing and then peel it. Okay, if you can't do it fast, just do part of it, chalk and peel. Okay, but I think I can accomplish this whole thing. So we are just going to do the whole thing, and then we're going to peel it off. It's going to be so cute. So you saw what it looks like, and I can kind of show you. I have the other one just sitting right up there. You do all of the detail work, and then you do all the base coat, and then you're going to chalk all the detail on it. Okay, so that's what we're doing right now. And then we're going to put this on a sign. You don't want your chalk paste to dry on it. If you're in an area where it's extremely hot, you're probably going to do half and then peel your transfer up. Okay, so I do want it to be nice and smooth. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to scrape off all the excess. That also helps push that chalk paste down through the transfer. Okay, I'm so excited to see this. Anyone else? Are you ready for the reveal? Let's peel and reveal our adorable Snoopy. And it might have been off right there on that end. I will go back and I'll use a marker. Oh my gosh, Snoopy, you are adorable. Look at this. You don't want to let it dry on there because it won't look right if you let it dry. There's Woodstock. How cute is that? It's so cute. I love it. Well, thank you for the snowflakes, Vicky. That's perfect. I'm going to just hang this onto the edge and we'll wash that. So let's dry this completely because you don't want to touch it because that is wet just like paint. Okay, but it will dry quickly with your heat gun or hair dryer. I use a heat gun, so I just make sure that I'm moving it so that I'm not melting that and having it bubble up. Okay, I'm going to show you how to fix right there at the edge where it went off. I didn't have it quite lined up perfect. That's okay. All right, so that looks good. So I'm going to take a marker. I'm going to take this is a Sharpie. It's like, it's an Identa pen. It's like a Sharpie. All I'm going to do is I'm just going to draw my black line in right there. It's just going to look like it went right to the edge. Perfect. Just like that. Okay. That's the only thing I needed to do. Okay. Now this can go on the sign. I can actually glue it onto the sign so that it's out of the way. We're going to wash that stencil. So I'm going to bring in, I do have some water in a thing. I'm going to bring in my spray thing. We're going to wash it. This is going to go right on here. I kind of feel like I need to have it up just a little bit like that instead of being right at the bottom because it needs to be on the snow. What do you guys think? I'm kind of thinking right there on that is so cute. This is a Chalkator surface. You can use any surface that you have. You do not have to use our cute little surfaces, but I think it's so sweet. Okay, just going to put some glue on the back. Here and there and everywhere. Get this glued on. It is so adorable. Oh my goodness, guys. I'm so excited to do this and sell these at my craft show. I had at least a dozen people in my booth at one point when I was in there at the last craft show that I did, and they're like, make sure you bring lots of Christmas stuff. I'm like, I will bring a lot of Christmas stuff. And they said, do more than one of each. Well, I might just do one of this sign, but it is so cute. Maybe I'll have to do one more. Oh my goodness. It is adorable. The glue that I like to use is the Art Glitter Designer Adhesive that dries clear. That's the one that I like to use. Okay, going to press that down and I'm going to set it up here. We're going to wash that stencil. Okay, so I'm going to show you how easy it is to wash. And I have my water here. I'm going to put it into my thing. I just got a message. I'm like, okay, when I see messages come up across, it's like, is it urgent or is it something that can wait? Okay, I'm going to put this in here. I love these little spray bottles. Chalkator used to have the little bottles. I don't know where my Chalkator one is. It quit working. They don't sell these little ones anymore. Janine actually gave me this one. I think this is a doTERRA one. So you're going to spray your stencil. It's easy to do this in the sink. Take yours to your sink. If you're out somewhere and you don't have water and you just have a sprayer and you have Clorox wipes, that's perfect. But I usually just will get the initial chalk paste off. And then I will use my Clorox wipes. So I'll wash this to use it again, and then I will wash it the second time. I'll wash it in my sink because it's so much easier. You can use these over and over, okay? So our stencils are reusable. I know from experience, from just doing the samples for this Peanuts collection with the 5 stencils that I had, I used a couple of them more than a dozen times. Okay, so I know, and then after that, I even used it probably 10 more times. So I know that they last. Okay, I'm going to grab Clorox wipes now. So there's going to be staining. Okay, so the staining is normal because it gets down inside of the fabric. I know some people said they use the Dawn Blue dish soap. I actually have to be really careful about which dish soaps I use. We use one that is unscented, and it works good, but it doesn't take off the staining. Don't worry about the staining. The staining doesn't affect the way that the transfer reacts and is used. Doesn't affect its ability to be used over and over. Okay, let me grab another. You can wipe the back with the Clorox wipe, especially if you have a stencil that is no longer sticky. Try wiping the back of it with the Clorox wipe. So, and I just keep wiping until there is no more chalk paste coming out. So if this was in the sink, it would be really easy because you would just be spraying it with water and not hot water. Okay, guys, you don't want hot water on this. You want to use just regular. Okay, see how it's still coming out? It's not quite clean. You want all of that to be out of there. Okay, under the faucet it's super easy, but on here I can see every time when I'm turning it that there's still a little bit in it. And then we're going to dry it. And then we'll use it again just like we did the first one. Okay. All right, I think it's almost there. Let's just do it one more time. I think we're good. Okay, let's dry it. Let's bring in our buzzing cloth. If you don't have one of these and you need one, just let me know. I can show you exactly where you can grab it. This is from Chalkature. Is there a link to buy the wood and the stencil together? No, there's not, because I do the cutouts. There's not a link, unfortunately. But you can just send me a message and I'll add it to it. So if you want to get the stencil also, just send me a message, and once you have added the wood pieces to your cart, I can add the stencil, but I can't advertise the stencil on the website because we can't do that because it's a Chalkature stencil. Okay, I know that doesn't really make sense, but that is the way that it is, unfortunately. we have to do it separate because that's the rules with Chalkature. So add the cutout to your cart and let me know. Just send me a message through Facebook and let me know that you have stuff in your cart and that you want the stencil for this one or that one, and I'll add it to it. Okay. I just can't advertise it on there. I can't have it out there for the general public, but I can add it as a private, to a private order. Does that make sense? Sorry, there's just rules. As a designer for Chalkature, there's rules, and especially since I hit my high recognition with them, I hit my $1 million in sales with them. So you're kind of held at a different level when you do something like that. So I just got back from my trip. If you're new to the page, I just got back from my Diva Day, which is what they call it when they celebrate you when you hit $1 million of sales with the company. They take you on a trip. So I just got back from that. And I know there's a few new people on here. I went to Sedona with 2 of the corporate staff. Pretty amazing. So I know they're so darn cute. Now you can also join Chalkature as a Perks member or a designer yourself, and you can get a discount. Designers get 40% off. Perks members get 30% off of the stencil. We're not allowed to discount the stencil. we can't have a sale later on and say, okay, all the Peanuts stencils are, 25% off. We're never allowed to sell them at a discount. But if you're a Perks member, then you get them at 30% off. So Perks members, it's great because it costs you $20 and then you get $20 in product credit. Okay, are we ready to peel? Don't rip it off like a Band-Aid. If you need to lay it back down, you can. I do have a little tiny area to fix that I can see, but that's just because I didn't have it quite lined up where it needed to go. Oops, come on, don't wrap around. If they happen to fold in half, don't worry, don't stress. You can carefully peel them apart. It's not like forever. So I just plop it onto the backer sheet. I'll take it to my sink to wash it this next time. So any questions that you have, go ahead and you can send me a message. I know. Okay, let's dry this. I'm going to fix right here along the edge at my marker. So aren't they so cute? They are just adorable, guys. Adorable. This one's going in the stand, so we'll put it in the stand. You want to dry it 100%, get it all completely dry, and it's going to go in the stand, and then we're going to be done. And then I'm going to go and I'm going to work on orders. I have a lot of orders from you guys. We're going to get those out. Okay, so it's dry. I'm going to take my marker, and this just, sometimes I just don't get it lined up perfect. That's okay. I'm just going to draw that little edge on with the marker. That's the great thing about these. Okay, I think we're good. I think we're good. Okay, this goes in this stand. I always like to try it first. Okay, we glued this together. We painted it. And it fits. Okay, so hi, Janine. How are you? I know, isn't it so cute? Here's this one. I wish it was smaller to make an ornament. It really is too big. It absolutely is. A lot of times I'll say, no, it's fine. We can do it. No, it actually is too big. Okay, I like to put some glue on that part and then put it in the stand. You might have to clean up as you're putting it in. It might kind of squish out a little bit, so I usually grab a little Q-tip. Those little pointy Q-tips are great to clean that up. So I just run it along the bottom, and then I'm going to put a bead of hot glue along the back. That way it stays. Come here, hot glue. I plugged this in when we were starting. Okay, so let me give you the link for the Chocateur if you don't have that already. I think I put it up above, but here's the Chocateur stuff. So you can go to Chocateur and you can look at all the stuff. Sign up as a Perks member. If you want to save 30% off on all the Chocateur stuff. So I can only do 30% off on my cutouts. I can't do it on the stencils for you guys. It is not allowed. So, but you can. So when you sign up as a Perks member, then you immediately get that message that you get the 20% or the $20. Okay, so I just put a little bead of glue at the back. I'll show you in a second what that looks like. I'm unplugging my glue gun because I'm famous for leaving it on. So see how it is right here? See the glue? Can you see it right here? Right along there. So that I will never have to worry about this stand coming loose when I'm at a craft show and my customer gets to the register, because our craft shows are like that. We have registers where they check out. I will never have it where my customer gets to the register without having the stand. It does happen, guys. It'll fall off in their basket and then it gets misplaced. Okay, putting the lid back on my chalk paste, and I'm ready to show you everything. Okay, so we got this and we got our sign. Let me put you up to me so you can see everything. It's so cute. There we go. All right. I love it. And I'll glue some hangers on the back. I usually use E6000 because it's not thick enough to screw in the little things, but I love it, guys. All right. Well, I hope you have a fantastic day. I will be back tomorrow with more stuff. We are getting ready. I'm getting ready for the monthly kit. I am hoping that I will, oops, sorry. I'm hoping I will be able to hit my target and get my goal and get all of the stuff ready for the kit tomorrow. It's just kind of been hard being gone, but I'm working on it. All right. I love you guys. Will it stand? Will it not stand? I'm going to just kind of lean it back. I put a thing of paint back there. All right. Love you guys. Have a fantastic day. It's Tuesday. We're still starting our week out. Tomorrow's Wednesday, though.